So the US is going to borrow $1.9 trillion in 2025, and in 2026 first quarter, it looks like it's only going to borrow 560 billion. That's all in the first quarter, not a lot of money. They've got no money at all to service the debt. They've got $5 trillion coming in tax revenue. They've got, of that, $1 trillion going out on interest payments, and they're looking to borrow even more money, and therefore more tax revenue is going to go out on interest payments. What the heck is going on? So this is the plan according to how I see it, and in my opinion. What Donald Trump is going to do, and the administration, is going to replace the head of the central bank, the Fed, and they're going to put in a puppet, or one of their particular men, that's going to slash interest rates down to around about 1%, 1.5%. Then the Trump administration is going to refinance all of the debt that they have at about 1 to 1.5%. However, there are no or reducing numbers of foreign investments, institutions and banks that are willing to invest in the US. And as a result of that, the yield, which is the interest rate, the coupon that is paid on the bond, is going to have to rise to attract more investors in to buy US debt. So as much as Trump is trying to reduce interest rates, and it may work on the refinance schedule to reduce the interest payments that they're paying, you will find that the yields are unlikely to fall that much. In addition to that, as interest rates fall, the likelihood is that inflation is going to rise. Remember, you don't have Japan, you don't have China, you don't have Russia, and you don't have the Middle East buying the US treasuries. In fact, the last 30-year auction of treasuries last week, a couple of weeks ago, went poorly. Why? Because investors do not trust the US, which means that the dollar is going to get weaker, which means that gold is going to get stronger, silver is going to get stronger, and there's less and less confidence in the US dollar. Very simple. It's very complex. They do have to match up all the dots, but what we're going to see in summary is a weakening dollar, is rising yields potentially on US bonds. You're going to have continuing pushing up inflation, and cost of living is going to rise, and overall there needs to be an asset to replace that. In my opinion, that is gold and that is silver.